What's up, my friends? Welcome back to our blind Let's Play of The Witcher 2. Here we are with Geralt, and we are also here with Cynthia, this goon Aldebert, and the other fellow here, Farid, I think his name is. But we are in the secrets of Loch Muinne, Dearhenna's tower, and we're going to keep on trekking forward to see if we can crack the secrets of this place, I guess. Ever wonder where the skeletons often found in abandoned cellars come from? Me neither. In any case, the skeletons in the cellar would be those of some Redanians who tried to mess with the Witcher, leaving behind a small stack of corpses. The team moved on only to encounter yet another Guardian. Cynthia worked her magic once more, and as expected, the Guardian she revealed asked another riddle. So it is interesting we're working with Nilfgaard here, but like I said, it's not really out of the personality of our Geralt here. The Geralt from the books maybe depends on what the situation would be, but I believe ours would. But let's just go ahead and start it because I have no idea what to expect. This place is just crazy on top of crazy, but in a good way.
Too bad about Gaspar.
Yeah, he died like a goddamn louse. If only he read his riddles when he was a kid.
I cannot hope to finish the research alone.
One buffoon less.
Come on, man, you're the only buffoon here. Oh yeah, I did fix the armor, by the way. So the armor mod was interesting because it's not exactly the same armor. It's just an armor that's in the game. They can't mod that armor, I guess, and take the hood off. So this is the closest one I found to it that was available with a mod. So, whatever. Works for me. It's actually better looking than what we had.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
Let's think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
I should look at the frescoes. Let's look at the frescoes. Solve the riddle, place yourself and 2 of your companions on the right plates. What? It must be these here. Alright, so we can't really control them. I heard something about a serpent. This is the 3-headed. It's a dragon? What is that? Oh man, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at here. Come here, let's repeat that, please.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Serpent, silver lady, and a mountain. That's kind of what I'm pulling out the keywords in that. So that's 3 things. Let's just solve the first one, I guess.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Dearhenna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
I honestly think it's the dragon constellation. It seemed right. It said something about a serpent. It didn't say nothing about swallowing a tail. That doesn't seem... But that's 2 dragon constellations. The hour... Oh, that's symbolizing an hourglass. So it's definitely not symbolizing an hourglass. I think it's definitely the dragon constellation.
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Second verse?
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the order of the flaming rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows the unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
You know, I don't really understand this one, but what really gives this one away to me is 2 of them symbolize something in the world, as in like a faction. The White Rose. I don't think this Dearhenna would be using the White Rose or the other one, which analyzed some other faction, what she was saying. So, to me, it obviously feels like the full moon one is clear because he was a talented alchemist, what he was saying as well. So that has to be it. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. Well, not fully guessing, but I feel like this is the other 2 just don't make sense. It's like we are eliminating these 2 and this has to be the right answer. It doesn't seem like it's the right answer, but these other ones don't seem like they're the right answer more.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
Yeah, you stand on that one, bub, because that one I'm not sure of.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, as above, so below. The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the 3rd line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
I'm going with the smug answer here, I think. It has to be. I feel like, because it did say something about a mountain, and then riches intel are inside. So let's go with... The ravine does seem like it could hold riches, obviously, but that's not something inside. The tower, yes. But it really... I don't know, it just really speaks to me in like saying that that's the one. I just feel like, I don't know, it just feels like that one is intel the one more than what the others are. Because dwarves and their minds, that always entail riches and stuff like that. Not to mention, I feel like there's a pattern here. The first answer was correct by the guy, whatever his name is, the stupid mage. The other one was right by the alchemist guy, and I feel like Cynthia said this is the mine, so that could be another, could be a method here, what they're doing. So I'm going with the mine entrance, has to be.
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical. I'll stand next to that fresco. Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
So I gotta look for the mountain, the dwarven entrance. It's this one right here, right? Yeah.
Intruder detected.
No!
Our expedition has grown thin. Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of course, my lady.
Well, that's pretty unfortunate. I got it wrong, perhaps, I guess? I don't know.
A golem. So Dearhenna's legend is true.
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our Witcher.
So I guess we should get along famously.
You? What do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Dearhenna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
The Master made me a guardian. Nothing less, nothing more. And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
What do we got here? Megatron, the fucking Guardian? This isn't going nowhere. What exactly are you? Who created you? Do you have a name? You're a masterpiece? Well, Dearhenna created him. What are we doing here? Trying to find a word phrase to deactivate him or something? Is that what Geralt was saying?
So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are, where we came from, and where we are headed? Is human life predictable in that the cycle of birth and death ensnares it, better than mine? When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later, he listens to tutors, masters, corporals. Finally, he succumbs to the will of death.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Dearhenna's mastery.
Right. Who was allowed to pass? Has anyone tried to enter before us? Can you make sovereign decisions?
Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
Dearhenna, but he is dead. Also guests may pass, but I stop intruders.
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Is it not obvious? A guest keeps his distance, or knows the name word. An intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me, or otherwise interferes with my being.
Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine. My memory is limited.
Can you make sovereign decisions?
You're far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The Master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions, within my program, of course.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure. All others are intruders.
So we can't pressure him, it seems. We're gonna have to talk riddles around this golem until it reveals its word phrase that where we can deactivate him. I'm sure we can probably just whoop his ass. But I don't want to do that. He seems so cool. Never seen a golem like this. Alright, Megatron, come on.
I have other questions.
Who created you? Would that be pushing? Asking for his name probably would be pushing. Let's see. I don't know. Let's try.
Do you remember your creator?
Of course. I was summoned into being by Master Dearhenna. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in my stone bowels.
Dearhenna is dead.
His word, which animates me, lives on, as does his legacy, which I protect. Empires will rise and fall, rivers will shift their courses, but I will remain obedient to one master on my eternal watch.
I think you're a living being. No, I don't want to do this. Can I ask for your name word? Wouldn't that be pushing, though?
Dearhenna must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the Master, including his privacy, which he valued highly. I can tell you nothing.
Can I ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you an intruder.
All right.
I have other questions.
So he said he'll consider us an intruder if we ask for his name? Damn it.
Powerful magic created you. Dearhenna was a true master.
He is still, since his mastery survives.
As a conscious being, you must be lonely here.
You are wrong. The pain of the world, melancholy, lies within the domain of emotions and feelings. My thoughts are governed by pure logic, restricted by my program.
But you can learn. They say that a penchant for philosophy can only come from curiosity.
In my case, it comes from the will of the Master, who liked to speak with me.
And do you feel a need to discuss?
I feel nothing. I just have that need.
Can I ask about your program?
I have other questions.
I don't think we well, it unlocked I know enough.
All right. I think I know how to get past this thing without a fight.
Burglar witchers, philosopher golems, an expedition replete with fascinating discoveries.
And terrible disappointments. Shut up, Adelbear. And you, Witcher, deal with that golem.
Man, these mother effers better watch their tone.
We know you exist by the will of your master, thanks to the name word he gave you.
That is true.
I'm a guest here and I wish to talk.
You were created to discern intruders from guests. You are to stop the former and greet the latter.
Intruders must be stopped.
I invoke the sacred law of hospitality.
Are you aware that intruders may seek to deceive you?
I have stone fists to defend myself against those armed with swords. I have my iron logic to defend against those armed with words.
But intruders could include sorcerers who alter reality. They could be illusionists or mere liars. What then is certain?
My existence is certain, as is my master's will.
As a sapient being, you can come to an understanding. I don't think this is going to work on him. I'm Dearhenna in disguise and I've been testing you? Yeah, right. This guy knows Dearhenna's dead.
Since only you and the Master's legacy exist for certain, everything else is doubtful. A malicious intruder could cloud your senses.
I am the Guardian. The Master prepared me for that.
He couldn't foresee everything. So he gave you a mind to compensate. You're much more conscious and intelligent than a guardian needs to be. Your master says, greet guests and stop intruders. That is certain, but everything else can be a lie. And you cannot allow yourself to attack guests. That would be against your master's will.
Guests must be greeted, and intruders must be stopped. This is Dearhenna's will. Are you a guest or an intruder?
Doesn't matter what I answer. Your senses deceive you. You can trust only your mind. You can't assume I'm a guest, because I may be an intruder. You can't assume I'm an intruder, because I may be a guest.
This is a contradiction, a paradox. The law of excluded middle.
We've done it. We've penetrated Dearhenna's laboratory.
Let's have a look.
No thanks to you, you dumb Nilfgaardians. I'm telling you, though.
This is better than I'd hoped.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Maybe you'll get that promotion.
Dearhenna's notes about the city's history. Dearhenna describes finding Dearhenna's notes from a trip he took to Zerrikania. Dearhenna mentions some bacteria strains.
Holy moly. Let's take the orange. Screw the rest.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it. Later en lawn, Lisa en lawn, later, dear!
The device, what is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adalbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a prototype megascope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt. I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witchers. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host, and survived.
Can't let you leave with that. Oh, hell no. You know, I don't like this guy. I hope we get a chance to whoop his ass.
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
You think I trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today, but he wasn't always.
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
Because I like you.
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived?
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
Well, we're gonna solve the damn mystery of the retinue with these swords on our damn back. That's one way to solve it.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
I'd like to try the artifact. Hell yeah, that would be cool.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report. You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adalbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
Well, let's throw the fuck down, finally. Cynthia fighting with us, defeat Aldebert. I was gonna say, was that him? Come here, Aldebert. Hell yeah, Cynthia, get him. He looked at you funny. Come on, burn his ass hair off. These shields are like so hard to... Clev, have anything good on him?
I didn't expect that.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
I didn't expect you to take my side.
Well, now choose one person you wish to contact. After that, the artifact's mine.
Nilfgaardian agents get quartered for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
So we already asked about Letho. What do you know about Letho? How do you know I was a writer? We already asked that.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
Well then, consider me glad...
Yeah, come on.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while I eavesdropped.
I shan't trouble you. I've a lot of work to do here.
It's weird, but I actually kind of like Cynthia. She's actually turned into be a pretty decent character for a Nilfgaardian. Think of Triss, think of Vernon, think of Dandelion, think of Saskia, think of Radovid. Well, I don't really want to think of Dandelion because he's pretty much alive and well in Vergen. Think of Vernon, that would be pretty cool actually since he's on the other path, but I don't feel like Vernon is playing any kind of part here. Think of Radovid, don't think Radovid's playing a huge part here either, I don't know. Thinking of Saskia would be cool, or Triss. Since Triss is our love interest, I'm going to go ahead and think of her.
Your fate is in your hands, sorceress.
My fate? You haven't asked a single question about me.
Yet it is all up to you. Your situation is a comfortable one. Do not squander your chance. So, wish to tell me anything?
I'm a sorceress, an advisor to the King of Temeria. Ah!
I believe we agreed you would speak only of things I do not know about.
I hope you learned something useful.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
So that was that.
Dearhenna's notes from a mutation procedure manual.
Well, that really honestly was not useful at all to ask about Triss. I don't know. I am curious what the other ones have said. I probably won't be able to see it because I'm not going to go back and do it again. But we already knew Triss was being interrogated. So what was that even for? I mean, couldn't we at least know what she was being interrogated for, I guess? But it probably would have been more useful to look at Saskia, but it's okay. And the whole thing with Triss, we're going to have to get to wherever this place is and obviously rescue her, but I feel like if they were going to kill Triss, they probably would have already killed her. Wouldn't they have? At least that's how I feel about it. Alright, well, we have a lot of notes to read. Dearhenna's Memoirs 1. I have started reviewing the manuscripts. The city annals have survived only in part. The most interesting volumes seem to be missing. Curiously, Up to this point, I have not found a single mention of the Rands. I happen on an intriguing document. Its contents is encrypted, and the dialect itself is strange. Deciphering it is consuming a lot of time. I've recognized the word reptiles, which is a promising thread. The document bears a seal of one Govith. I have never heard of this individual. 2, that's 3. I finally reached the place described by Govith. My worst suspicion have been confirmed as I found cells filled with the bones of lizard men. There are more documents too. If the figures can be trusted, the mutated virus was terrifyingly effective. The reptilian tissue must have decomposed instantly. So that's 3. I've started to record the mutation procedures once more. This time in a magically protected tome. I now also realize how serious and far-reaching my discovery might prove. If this disease attacks both the Rands and those Enshe who are not vaccinated, what will happen if someone mad or vile enough can be found among humans? 5. I regret having learned of this dark episode in the city's history. I have become wary of the danger, as the elves must surely be aware that someone has discovered their secret. I have made my last stroll into the ruins of the Black Academy. I will seal my laboratory and disappear. The time has finally come to see Zerrikanian once more. So to me it seems like what? The elves unleashed whatever this is on the Rands? Is that what's going on here? Didn't Yorvis say what? The Rands died off, like, by disease and stuff, but it was the elves who kind of unleashed this? Was it? If that's what it's saying here? Cool. Interesting lore on the Rands, indeed. I just wanted to do that, you know? Sorry. How the hell we get out of here? So that's definitely not the way. Let's see if we can just get back, I guess. I don't know. You know what would be nice if... Hell yeah, I knew it. I was gonna say, you know what would be nice if we can return to the surface just like the Dwarven mine. Hell yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Let's go to the inn and talk to the Cynthia again. And... attempt to start the next quest. I know we have stuff down in the sewers, but I don't exactly know what. I know we have something to do with the Mystic River quest down in the sewers.
Magic, I tell you.
What's up, Cynthia?
Your towers and crystal balls.
We need to talk.
Of course.
You had me fooled back in Vergen. That sweet face of yours. Never suspected it could belong to someone who fanatically believes in conquering the North.
Mock me if you must. But I truly believe one huge empire is humanity's only hope. Many nations under one crown, with shared laws, advanced science, burgeoning industry and trade, and no wars, of course.
Sounds great. Let me know when it works out. I'd gladly spend my old age in a land like that.
To be honest with you, that doesn't sound very much that bad. If you want my honest opinion. If there was one ruler, one big nation together, it would stop the warring neighbors. For sure. But... would you want it to be under Nilfgaardian rule? That's kind of rough. The way The Witcher is, that would never happen. No. It never would.
These ruins must hold many secrets.
I'm certain of that. It was a beautiful city. A city full of talent and hope. But that ill ended with the coming of the Nordling armies.
Think the city would have survived if those armies had been Imperial?
Your king started the war with the Enshe. Nilfgaard's relations with the elves have always been peaceful.
They really did a job on your brain. That was an interesting adventure, Cynthia.
Yes. People bond over experiences like that.
Yeah, kind of makes you wonder what happened back in Vergen. Did you get your promotion?
Not yet. But His Imperial Majesty rewards dedication.
Can he discern the truth from lies?
What do you mean?
I take it the Emperor has no idea his sorceress helped a mutant kill a Nilfgaardian mage.
It was a dangerous expedition. Casualties were inevitable. He'll content himself with that.
Got time to talk? Or are you off on another dangerous mission?
Even we Nilfgaardian agents rest sometimes.
That motherfucker's sizing me up. I'm about to bust him up. You better back up, son. What do you think you're doing over here? Look at him. He's fucking pissed at Geralt. He's about to just knock me the hell out. Look at him. Do I smell good? I'm about to let one loose on you if you keep standing on me like that. I can't even concentrate here. I know about the book. Every word you say is a lie.
I found some of Dearhenna's notes. He studied the history of the Vrans, right?
Among other things.
He makes several mentions of an epidemic.
Loch Muinne conceals many more secrets than we imagined. I doubt we'll ever know all of them.
Well, if Dearhenna's to be trusted, the epidemic had something to do with the Enshe. Maybe the Vrans caught the disease from the elves.
I'm no expert on diseases, Witcher. Who knows? Perhaps Dearhenna was right, and the decline of Vrani civilization was much darker and more sudden than we thought.
Then that whole situation must have went right over my head. Because, alright, well the elves didn't intentionally kill the Vrans then. They... oh my god. What the fuck's going on? Both of y'all want some? Come on, let's throw down, suckers! I'll knock you both the hell out. So... what the fuck was I talking about again here? This is just too much. The elves brought, like, disease in the wake, I guess. Not intentionally, but they did, and they killed the Vrans off. So yeah, that's... I must have just read it wrong.
You knew what we'd find in that laboratory.
Come again?
You wanted the bacteria strains that killed the Vrans, or more precisely, Dearhenna's notes from his research into them.
This is very dangerous knowledge.
I suspect that's exactly why the Emperor is so interested.
The North is in chaos. An epidemic is the last thing you need. And one could break out if Dearhenna's book fell into the wrong hands.
Fortunately, it's now in the right hands. In Emir's civilized and manicured hands.
Precisely.
Though, would Emir actually use that? If he wants to conquer the whole world, why would he want to unleash a plague? Maybe he's holding it so the other side don't unleash it? I can't imagine who would unleash it, because even if one side unleashes it, the other side would fall too. I mean, they would both fall to this plague. It's not... the plague doesn't discriminate between sides. If Nilfgaardian released it, they'll get fucking caught up in it too. Unless they work for a vaccine on it. I don't know. Something to ponder.
Used the artifact yet?
I'm working on improving it. I think it'll be useful one day.
I'm finding it hard to believe anything you say.
Did you come here to insult me?
No. Sorry.
What exactly do you want?
Curious about the real Cynthia. That's probably not even her name.
I was curious. I wanted to see which Cynthia I'd meet this time. The spy, the sorceress, or maybe the woman.
Which were you hoping to meet?
The real one.
Let's assume you're speaking to her. How'd you like her?
Let's say I like her quite a bit.
Compliments are clearly not your forte.
I just told you why I've come. Care to tell me why you invited me?
Let's say I was interested to see which Geralt would show up.
And?
Embrace Cynthia or push her away. Oh, hell no. We're embracing this, baby. You motherfuckers better get out the way, or at least close your eyes, because it's about to get steamy in here. Right in the middle of this inn.
The minstrels got it right. Women of the South are both passionate and clever.
I like to improvise.
Yeah, I noticed. Farewell, Cynthia.
Vafail.
Vafail. Hell yeah, look, Geralt's health's away. Damn, she must have rocked his fucking socks off. Anything else? Can we go again?
That wasn't...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Cynthia. Round 2, baby. That was really cool. I must say, on Yorvith's path here, this Cynthia is probably the most intriguing character and the most interesting character out of the whole side, I think. Obviously, Saskia is super awesome, but Saskia to me is like a main character. Cynthia, I guess, is a main character too, actually. I was thinking she was kind of a side character, but she ended up being like a big kind of main character, but having side quests. But she is certainly very interesting, and I did not expect that from a Nilfgaardian to actually be as cool as she is. I liked it. Let's go down to the sewers now and see if we can start some kind of trouble. What's up, girl? You available? Let's go.
Leave the royal courts.
Come on, girl.
Pour venom into rulers' ears no more.
I like how Cynthia was diverse as well. Really cool. Though
Your
she
very
used...
existence is an insult to the gods.
Man, get off my back. And get off my lawn. But she probably used Philippa, but she did indeed. The game showed some depth there and had Philippa go... Or not Philippa. Had Cynthia go both ways, and I like that. I like how it can be so relatable to the world. It's not just straight stuff here, and that's cool. Very cool to me. Find Philippa Alhart. Oh shit, I don't want to start this quest right now, but I want to jump into the sewers to see what the hell's going on. Give the Guardian the correct phrase. Is that a face? I don't remember.
Nigbit.
Hold on here. I don't remember. Is there like... Damn, I don't remember what Braz of Banard said.
Nigbit.
He said... I don't remember. Z... Nibbit.
Nigbit. Nigbit.
Z...
Nigbit.
Let's see. I can vaguely remember what Braz says, but not fully. Alright. Another game of guess, pretty much. I remembered some of the stuff from Braz, but I just couldn't get it all. There's a lot of guessing in this chapter here. There's things that you just... How will you even know that stuff? I have no idea. The thing with, like, this one, I remember some of the things that Braz said. He said this before this before that, but I don't remember. And there's nothing in the journal, so... What the hell are we even doing here? What do we have here? Things to press. I bet you we had to light all these. Open the door using the braziers. So this one's lit and this one's lit. This one's lit and this one. So maybe this one would light this one and that one. Well, that was fucking easy. Cool, unless I just guessed that good. I mean, I'm kind of good with these type of puzzles, though. You can kind of see which one. So if it's 2 here, you light this one, and it would take these 2 away. This one would usually light 1. The middle one's usually like 1 somewhere else. I don't know. Who knows, friends?
Welcome, Chosen One.
Who are you?
The Ancients vested my soul with the task of operating their most prized artifact as a means of rewarding those proclaimed Chosen Ones.
How exactly does the artifact work?
It allows me to rectify certain errors of the past and enhance the skills of the Chosen One to render him closer to how he would wish to be. However, remember, all things in nature have their price, and this price varies. Are you ready?
But I don't wanna respec. Damn it. Okay. So that was... I don't really want to respec. Now I gotta respec. I'll just do it off camera, I guess. Or I'll pop a save and just leave. But then I'll not have the quest completed. Alright, well I'll just respec off camera because I'm not doing it right now. Interesting quest. Damn, I wanted to go farther and see if we can find a few things in this sewer before we head out, but we'll just do it next episode. I'll level up here and get us ready for next episode. We'll just hang out in the sewers and take it from there. Anyways, friends, I believe, actually, yeah, all we got left is Philippa's quest here. That was an interesting one, but I feel like we still had the Mystic River quest too, but we're just looking for an armor set down here somewhere. So anyways, I'm out of here, friends. As always, stay safe, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy. Have a good one.